Welcome to Transform Now, the podcast brought to you by robotic process automation pioneer Prism. Digital transformation has the potential to reshape the way companies service their customers, engage their employees, and manage their operations. Whether you're looking to develop strategies, tactics, and best practices to positively impact the future of work, or you're curious to learn how other companies have successfully navigated their digital transformation programs, then this podcast is for you. We're here to help you transform now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Transform Now podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michael Marchuk.
And I'm Brad Hairston, also one of your hosts from Prism.
So, Brad, we changed the podcast name from Generation Digital Workforce to Transform Now. Can you tell us why we did that?
Absolutely, Michael. So we started the Generation Digital Workforce podcast 1 year ago, and it's been very successful to date. We've recorded and published 78 sessions. If you do the math,
I'm not going to ask you to do the math. Don't do the math.
I think I can actually handle this one. I believe it comes out to over one podcast per week. So we've had quite a few. We've had tremendous guest speakers who have shared really interesting points of view. They've given words of advice. They've given us lessons learned, observations, predictions, you name it. And the response in the market in terms of downloads and listens has been really, really good. We want to build upon this success. As to why we're rebranding the podcast to Transform Now, clearly digital transformation has risen to the top of the corporate agenda. Not only that, but organizations are looking to do it at a faster pace than ever before. It's not viable anymore to think of digital transformation in terms of like a 3 to 5 year journey. Change is needed now, and intelligent automation is right at the core of this transformation. Furthermore, companies are no longer looking for small, incremental, point solution type changes. They are truly looking to transform themselves, to reimagine work, to fully change the way they do things. The pandemic has opened a lot of eyes to systemic problems and the way that we all operate. And more than ever before, companies understand that they are not really getting the full value of their human capital. They're not helping them reach their fullest potential because they're bogged down with inefficient processes and manual activities. So these companies are bought in on intelligent automation. And as part of this, they are eager to learn more about the full intelligent automation ecosystem. They want to hear real life stories. They want to hear about best practices. They want to hear from experts and others who are, one or two steps ahead of them. So the timing is right for this change. And the fact that it's occurring on the 1 year anniversary of our existing very successful podcast is icing on the cake, you might say.
Happy birthday to us.
Yes, exactly. So, Michael, let me ask you a question. What will we get from the Transform Now podcast?
Well, it's a continuation of what we've been doing with Generation Digital Workforce. We had a bunch of really great guest speakers with us that talked to us about all kinds of things, and we're going to continue that. We're really going to go into a bunch of different areas, topics that are really relevant to those who are leading the area of digital transformation in their organizations. But we're not going to do it from necessarily our point of view alone. We want to bring in the point of views of these experts who are really leading the way in digital transformation. So it's not just going to be a Prism viewpoint. This is a viewpoint of people who are in the field who see this firsthand and really have been down those paths before. So that way you get a more well-rounded view of the possibilities and the potential of what digital transformation can do. So we'll look at this from a number of different perspectives. From a technology focus, we'll go into more advanced AI and natural language processing and machine learning, technologies that really bring intelligent automation to life. We'll also look at it from an industry focus, whether that's finance, banking, insurance, healthcare, manufacturing, telecommunications, etc. We really want to see how intelligent automation is being implemented in these various industries, which have a slightly different perspective depending on which industry you're in. Of course, we'll be producing executive content too. Executives tend to have a different viewpoint. They're more interested in how digital transformation is going to affect their business planning, their organizational change, and their return on investment. And we want to make sure, too, to get into the practical automation as well, not just executive or industries. understanding these lessons from the trenches, best practices that you can take and understand how to implement intelligent automation in your organization to get the most impact. And finally, talking about impact, we want to bring the viewpoints from our customers, testimonials of people who've already done this. They've been down the path, they understand how this works, and they really want to share their story to help inspire you.
Michael, you forgot to mention the hip new intro and exit music and the new look.
Absolutely. We do have some hip new music to start off with. But Brad and I will be hosts for many of the podcasts you hear, but there's going to be a lot of others from Blue Prism that are featured because we want others to join us and talk with their partners, customers, and other industry leaders to get their viewpoints, especially on what we're doing here.
So just to sum up, the Generation Digital Workforce podcast heretofore will be called Transform Now. We hope all of you who have benefited from the past year of podcasts will continue along with us under the new brand and bring some friends and colleagues and customers and others along with you. We've got some really interesting and compelling sessions planned in the coming months. So we look forward to being with you.
And I will try to figure out what heretofore means. Obviously, you can tell who the smart one of the bunch is here. But we are so excited to have you on this journey with us as we help you transform now.
Thanks for tuning in to Transform Now. For more insightful discussions on digital transformation and more, check out our podcast channel where you'll find all of our previous episodes. To make sure you never miss an episode, subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast player. And if you like what you heard, please leave us a review. For more information about digital transformation and the future of work, check out blueprism.com to learn how Blue Prism's digital workforce is enabling enterprise transformation now.